to close off to our self-care February self-care exploration, and I know that it has inspired many of you. So I am grateful. A few of you reached out and said that you were grateful for that exploration. You were happy that we were able to, talk about, just get to talk about self-care and what that looks like and different ways that we can indulge in mental, physical, spiritual care of ourselves. So if you are joining us, I give thanks for you being in the space. And if you are not joining us live, but you'll be able to join us later, I appreciate you watching our video. I will ask for you to save and share, because I understand that that's the best way right now to actually have videos and any sort of recorded media that we have or we share on Instagram. That's the best way to actually increase its visibility. So make sure to share and save this video as many times as you can. Just to give you a little update, so I think I've been sitting a little bit with the, just continuing to work on making sure that each of the sessions that we do, each of the Sovereign Sundays that we share together are really focused on a topic. The topics can vary. And I think I'm going to continue with the varying topics. A few of you have shared topics that you're interested in. And that's why in January, we covered, the emergency situations and bug out bags and things of that nature. And in February, we covered self-care because a few of you mentioned or reached out to me and asked for recipes and different things that you can do or different ways that you can support your body, your mind, and your spirit just to keep you balanced. So I appreciate these evening shares on Sunday. Sovereign Sundays has been very helpful, and I'm glad to bring value to you all. Let me know if you can hear me. I hope you can. Greetings, Sacred Lotus Blossom. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Those who are here and those who will join us later, because they'll probably look at the video afterward. Yeah, this is just a little greetings, True Health Live. You want to check out True Health Live. They have some great works coming forward very soon. So check out True Health Live. All right. Thank you, Sacred Lotus Blossom. She says I can be heard. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So today, all we're going to do is just jump into just a little bit of recap. Feel free to share in the chat if you want to share a little bit about the some of the experimenting that you may have done over February, or some of the creative pieces that you were able to put together and utilize for you and your family. When I say creative pieces, I mean anything that you were able to create in order to help facilitate self-care in your home, self-care for self and self-care for your family members. Please feel free to share. I shared a few of mine. I shared a few videos, and I also shared a few items that I created. There are a couple reels that you can take a look at. I also chose to share I think I shared 2 scrubs. I really like, just sharing all the little things that I make because it helps to inspire others. Greetings, Deidre Sully. Welcome. Peace Roots of Life Yoga. Greetings. Greetings, sis. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Fruits of Life Yoga actually does Kemetic yoga, and we had a wonderful Kemetic yoga session with her last year, so I'm looking forward to some more this year. It was on the beach too, so that was grand. It was great. And I met another sister who continues to follow us here on Sovereign Eats. So, those connections and that networking was really great on that day, including the yoga. True Health Life says, what are some examples of self-care items we can and should make? Yes, a few healthcare items that we can and should make. Ooh, so we're doing a little bit of a recap, so to speak. So a few things that you can create. I mean, just touching off of some of the very simple and basic things, you can create sprays, right? Using essential oils to help create the environment that you want in your home. Smells affect us, and aromatherapy is huge now, but aromatherapy has is as old as it's an age old form of adjusting your environment and influencing mood and so on just by smell, right? And that's because there are all of these connections between the olfactory and our brain, and how that affects those things also affect our feelings and emotions as well. So you can create spritzes and sprays in the home. You can create candles, as I shared before. Candles, you of course try to use soy wax and other clean waxes if you're going to make a candle. Place your candle inside of a bowl of water or maybe even sand to protect it, because depending on the glass jar you choose, it may not be able to take the heat. So, just be precautious as you're creating. You can create body butters, you can create bath bombs and what do you call those? Bath salts as well. Those are really helpful, again, to set the tone and the mood of your experience, but also to decompress, right? Especially for those who work on the frontline workers. That's like everybody knows the term now. So, greetings, Kanju, and greetings on Facebook. Greetings, Jason, Reveloir, Waves. Sorry, I could say Reveloirs. Peace, greetings to you all coming in. Another thing that I think is helpful is to actually create specific time throughout the day, right? Yep, glass and fire everywhere. No, no, no. We don't want glass and fire everywhere. That was actually an experience, yes. So maybe I'll talk about it after. I don't know. But yes, create a self-care routine for yourself. Create and carve out time in the day where you will literally take a break from the screen. I personally realize, looking at a screen all day makes me feel like I'm in a box sometimes, and it drives me up the wall. But it gives you, creating that space and time gives you the opportunity to hold yourself accountable to breaks that are necessary, right? So again, I think that's another thing that you can do, apart from all of the wonderful lotions and sprays and other things that you can do to physically affect the environment and to affect the smells and, to support you through aromatherapy. You can also create a schedule. Utilizing a journal for writing, so that way you are documenting and paying attention to some areas of stress or frustration in your journey, is actually very critical. Very, very, very critical, because, sometimes we have frustrations, that we have things that we experience in our journey, and we don't realize that those are ongoing feelings. And those feelings are old patterns that just keep popping up. And they're popping up because we don't change or shift anything. We don't change the way we do things. We don't change our environment. So things stay the same, and those patterns continue to show up. And those patterns that show up frustrate us most of the time. So I think that's greetings, Sister Kuchi. How are you? Peace and welcome to Sovereign Sundays. Thank you for for joining us. That's Sister Kuchi on Facebook, and I have a few of you all on Instagram. Thank you for coming in. But yeah, those are some ways that you can actually create a self-care routine for yourself. You can include self-care time with another sister, another brother, or a friend or a family member. And I know that sometimes it's hard to actually connect right now, because we're in such we're required to maintain distance. But myself and a few beautiful women from Anu, we were actually engaging in some online or remote activities, right? Literally things like trivia and so on to kind of increase our connecting and create bonds and just release, So those are options as well too. Those are things that you could consider. Um, I know we are not all able again to meet with family, but those are things that we can do. You can create a what do you call it? Um, what is it? A watch party? Watch parties are options too. I didn't mention that before. You can create a watch party and actually enjoy a film or a documentary and deconstruct it, break it down, or have dialogue about it between yourself, friends, and you know, other family members. You can do it remotely or you can do it with those who you share a homestead with, right? Very important. Jason says, appreciate the time you take to teach the people. Thank you. Yeah, whatever I know, I want to share. And I welcome the space too because I think it was last Sunday and the Sunday before, I noticed that there was a lot of exchanging and sharing of brilliant ideas and self-care routines, and I really love that. I really want you all to continue when you come in to share all of your ideas. I don't know everything and we each don't know everything, but if we are to share and pool, then we all could create a vessel of information, and we can all pull from that as a resource. So that's really that I think that was incredible. Um, for next month, for those of you who were not here, for next month, I wanted to explore vegan transitions and transitioning to a vegan lifestyle or plant-based lifestyle. I was actually going to throw out the question today, and I was like, no, let me wrap up a self-care experience, and then we can jump in to have conversations about vegan and plant-based diets. Come with your questions, right? When we meet again the next Sovereign Sunday or first day, which is Yom Rishon in Hebrew, come with your questions because, maybe you're just trying to be a bandwagoner and not really focusing on the purpose for wanting to shift your diet, right? Or shift the way you eat or shift your lifestyle. So we're going to jump in and explore ideas around raw as well, high raw, low raw meals. And, again, come with your questions, ask me anything. If you want recipes as well, don't be afraid to share or ask those questions in the DM. And yeah, if you have any topic that you want us to explore from here on out, do not be afraid to share it in the DM because I take all of your suggestions and I utilize them. They either become a Instagram live topic that we get to share and talk about, or I use it to create a podcast. All right. So we're going to increase the podcasts that we've shared. We have a few up on our website, but we're going to continue to push out some more, especially around the topics that we've covered before, so that way you have a resource for that body of information. Our YouTube channel also has a few videos. Those videos reflect exactly what we speak about on our Sovereign Sundays and all other videos that we've been holding on to from last summer. So check us out, share and like our information, and I will see you all on our next Sovereign Sunday, right? That will be in March, of course. February is done. February is done. Thank you all for coming in and sharing and being in the space, and I'll see you all again. Peace and power to you.